Woodcraft had a sale on these butt chisels, and I thought I'd give them a shot. They were $50 for 4, with tax and shipping about $60, so $15 a chisel. They come in this simple wooden box made from, looks like Baltic birch top and bottom, and finger jointed pine. Some simple hinges and a little latch on the front. Wood always beats plastic in my mind. Let's take a closer look at the 3/4 inch chisel. So these are the first set of butt chisels that I've purchased. And I really do like the form factor of these. They're very comfortable to hold. It's going to be interesting to use them. I wanted to show you in comparison a butt chisel that you'd buy from the big box store. This is an old Craftsman. The blade actually is very similar. The handle, of course, is much bigger and plastic. Needless to say, I much prefer the wood. And finally, Lie-Nielsen chisel. They're bench chisels, so the handle is actually smaller. At least it feels smaller in the hand, but it's longer. And of course, the blade is much longer. So let me remove the rust protectant, and then we can take a closer look at the metal. Acetone works great to remove this gunk. Okay, well, hopefully you can see the quality of the grind on the bevel, and it's pretty coarse, which is typical for lower end chisels. But the rest of the blade has a nice polished appearance to it. And what I think they did is just used a buffing wheel to polish the rest of the surfaces, because it has a random scratch pattern. Almost a rounded over look. None of the edges are sharp on this chisel. So we should see that when I take this to the polishing stone. I'm polishing this on my 4000 grit diamond stone. This will tell me if I do this on a Veritas blade, Lie-Nielsen blade, that this is all I need. The blade will be nice and shiny and flat. Well, you can see not very flat. That's what I was expecting. So I'm going to take this to my 200 grit stone, and I'll just work up from there. It'll save me a lot of time. I just wanted to show you, after about 2 minutes of grinding away at the 200 grit stone, this corner is still lower than the rest of the surface. It's untouched by my stone. So that's unfortunate, but not surprising for this grade level chisel. It'll probably take me a couple more minutes to get that flat. Alright, what you see here is about 15 minutes worth of work. Quite a bit, actually, going from 200 grit through 4000 grit on my diamond plates, and then I finished with leather strop. I'm pretty happy with that. Now we can move on to the bevel. Some of you might recognize that I'm using the Paul Sellers advocated method of sharpening, which I started a few years ago. I fell in love with. So easy to keep my blades sharp and fast, all freehand. And I'm ending on my 4,000 grit stone. I have a nice burr developed. Finished, polished up nicely. I'm happy with this. Let's give it a try on some end grain pine. Nice and sharp. I get some good use out of these chisels. I do want to point out one final thing to consider with these chisels, in that you can cut dovetails with these at some level, but you'll notice how the sides of the chisels, they're pretty blunt. And so that's going to make it difficult to get into tight corners versus something like a Lie-Nielsen chisel. The sides are much more tapered, and so these would be more suited for finer dovetail work. But I think these are going to work great for mortising, hinges, piering shoulders on tenons, that kind of work. Well, in summary, I think these are nice chisels. I really like the feel of them in the hand, and I think they're going to serve me well for my intended purpose, and just kind of general purpose chisels. It'd be fun to try them out. Certainly well worth the price of admission, say about $50. Thanks for stopping by.